Senegal's president says he'll be leaving office as planned at the end of his term in April. The clarification from Macky Sall comes weeks after he announced the presidential vote scheduled for this month would be delayed. A date for the next election has yet to be set, and it's unclear who will be taking over once the president's term runs out. We can now go across to France 24. Sam Bradby standing by in Dhaka for us. Sam, good afternoon. What has the opposition where you have been saying?
Well, the opposition have largely denounced Macky Sall's plan to hold a national dialogue, a step which the president says is absolutely necessary before a new election date can be unveiled. And many of the opposition candidates who were supposed to be running in the presidential election this Sunday have said they would refuse to participate. They accused the president of essentially using the national dialogue as a way to buy more time in office, and their demand is that a new election date is fixed as soon as possible. As I already mentioned, this election was supposed to have been held this Sunday, but Macky Sall delayed the vote, citing accusations levelled at the Constitutional Council, accusations that many Senegalese people greeted with kind of incredulity, really. They just see it as a ploy for the president to remain in office. So we remain to see kind of what will happen as far as this national dialogue is concerned. The will of many people here in Senegal is simply to have that election held as soon as possible, especially before the end of the president's official mandate on April the 2nd.
And what happens if Macky Sall does step down on the 2nd of April and there are no elections scheduled between now and then? What happens?
Well, this is one of the kind of big questions which is hanging over this whole political saga. Macky Sall said in his address to the nation on Thursday evening that he would not remain in office after April the 2nd, the official end of his term date. But exactly who replaces him, should there not be elections by then, is still really unclear. And it's likely to be one of the things discussed during this national dialogue, which is set to be held early next week. But again, the caveat is that there simply can't be any consensus if this national dialogue is boycotted. So we're looking at what seems to be somewhat of a stalemate at this point in time. It's unclear who will replace Macky Sall. I'm sure the president will likely be hoping that it will be a close ally in the event that he does step back.